Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the YouTuber Skeppy because something pretty crazy happened over on Twitter regarding Skeppy. A massive situation unfortunately has unfolded around Skeppy, who, if you don't know, is actually a pretty popular Minecraft creator. Skeppy actually has over 6 million subscribers here on YouTube and makes Minecraft related content, meaning that, well, of course, part of the Minecraft community, which has a lot of drama that unfolds in it all the time, but what recently happened is actually so disgusting and insane that I felt that I wanted to talk about it, because I usually don't cover like the Minecraft drama and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that happens in that community that I'm just genuinely unaware of. I don't really follow a whole lot of the creators or anything in this community, but when I saw this come across my timeline, I was stunned, because there's just no way that, like, I couldn't connect the idea that somebody could genuinely do this, right? Like, it just doesn't click in my head that there are really people out there that are so willing to destroy somebody's reputation with false allegations that they will go through the effort of just like literally curating a fake story to just bring up against somebody who already has everybody against them, okay? So it all really started when some old jokes that Skeppy had made on Twitter started to resurface and people were getting upset about it. This was happening around April 6th and 7th. Skeppy actually used a private Twitter to tweet out some pretty edgy jokes, if we're being honest. Let's go ahead and take a look. So, in today's vid, I will be beating a girl, and then in the reply under, in bed wars. Okay, so the joke here is obviously he'll be beating a girl. You know, you would think when he says that he'd like be physically assaulting somebody, but it turns out he's just playing Minecraft and winning. We'll be getting my sister's cousin pregnant in today's vid. Also, pretty edgy, pretty weird, you know? Call my girl PlayStation because she's almost 5, okay? So these jokes started to kind of resurface along with a clip of Skeppy using the F slur in a video from a while back as well, and all these things kind of just started to culminate together and turn into one massive drama. A lot of Skeppy's fans and the Minecraft community were really upset when they saw this, and it got to the point where some people were legitimately, you know, like triggered by it and basically calling for Skeppy to either apologize or like, you know, cancel him kind of thing. It's kind of weird talking about cancellations at this point because, like, Skeppy is probably gonna be okay at the end of the day. 6 million YouTube subscribers. I don't really think that this is gonna be like the end-all be-all drama that ends Skeppy's career, but people were pretty mad about these jokes, and of course it was like blowing up all over Twitter. People were making posts and getting hundreds if not thousands of likes, people saying, hey, if you support Skeppy and whatnot, unfollow me and everything. And this led to Skeppy having to apologize for everything that happened because people were getting so mad. Now personally, when I see these jokes, I've seen a lot worse. I've seen people joke about crazy things before. I'm not particularly offended from what I can see here. Skeppy was just trying to be edgy, was using some pretty crazy humor, some pretty crazy jokes to just try and, you know, be edgy in a way, right? That's something that a lot of creators online kind of fall victim to, and people try to bring these things back up to cancel them down the road. Personally, I'm not too offended by this stuff, right? Like, I mean, a lot of people were. I don't know. It's not bad enough for me to, like, actually care about it, to be honest with you. I know that might get me canceled or whatever because people think that if you support Skeppy or you're not just completely irate about this situation that you support him saying these things, which, I mean, honestly, it's not my career. I'm not worried about it. If he wants to say crazy shit and risk getting canceled, that's on him. It isn't me, so I'm not really too worried about it, but this actually led to something pretty insane happening, and when I say this, you might not even believe it, man, because, like, who really thinks that someone would actually go this far, right? You would never think that someone is actually willing to come through and make false allegations to the degree that we're about to see them, all because somebody is getting canceled on Twitter, right? You know, someone genuinely picked this moment to make all about themselves and tried to ruin Skeppy's career and life, all because, well, Skeppy was getting a bunch of shit on Twitter. Like, that's literally what it comes down to, right? When I was a child, Skeppy abused me /SRS, which means serious. When I was 7, I lived in Toronto with my brother who was 12. My parents weren't around much and I wanted attention. My brother told me he could give me attention if I showed him my body. I was a child and I didn't know it was wrong, so I did. Zach was good friends with my brother and he'd come over unannounced at times. He walked in on my brother assaulting me and joined in. He would touch me and kiss me without consent. For 3 years, he did what he want when he wanted, and he attacked me. Now, let's go ahead and kind of go through these details here real quick. So first and foremost, this is clearly not a real account. This is an account named Burner with Burner and a bunch of random numbers in the ad. So somebody made this account for the sole purpose of making these allegations, but doing so without having any sort of personal connection to them. I mean, if you tweet this out on your main account, then everyone's gonna know you're the one who said these things, and considering the fact that this is clearly bullshit, this person ran to a fake account in order to get these allegations off without having to really face any consequences for it, which, by the way, is a huge gray area because, like, on one hand, this is a method that people legitimately use to share their stories of sexual assault. There are people who genuinely go through the worst, most traumatizing things, and they're afraid of backlash, so they go to an account like this. But now you have people making clearly fake allegations like this, and all it does is serve to discredit real SA survivors. People who actually went through trauma and went through horrible experiences are basically being mocked, so you can make allegations about a Minecraft YouTuber who you don't like right now because they said some crazy shit in the past. The story is just so fishy, right? Like, the story doesn't even make sense. Like, he just walked in on this and was cool with it, so he joined in. Like, none of it even makes any sense. And of course, the key factor in all of this when it comes to these allegations, there's literally zero proof. It's just an allegation, and behind all of it, we don't even know who it is. So, a random anonymous person online is making clearly ridiculous allegations with zero proof, trying to ruin somebody's career. Am I the only one who sees how fucking scummy and ridiculous that is? Like, all because somebody said something you don't like, all because somebody made some shitty jokes that you personally did not find funny, right? And then, like, people in the Minecraft community wonder why they get looked at like this. It's sad because Minecraft is such a good game, and there's probably a lot of great creators who participate in it, but the Minecraft community from the outside perspective is looked at like this because they constantly go to these ridiculous lengths to try and cancel people to the rate that they'll literally make up fake allegations about it. Like, that blows my mind. Like, what kind of fucking person does something like this? What kind of person trivializes a serious issue like that and makes up this kind of bullshit just for attention? They said, oh, I wanted attention as a kid. Yeah, we know you want attention. It comes through. That might be the only real thing in this whole thing. On a very serious note, you would have to be, like, extremely mentally ill to pull something like this off, because there's no normal person that's just like, the first thought that comes to mind is, hey, yo, let me make up like a bullshit allegation about this person online, right? Like, to go to these lengths even to, like, conceal yourself and everything, right? So Skeppy and a bunch of other people actually ended up responding to this whole thing saying, this is absolutely ridiculous. I have never laid a finger on anyone ever. More than half your story does not align with my upbringing, and I seriously can't believe the extent some people will go to bring others down. This is complete slander and defamation. Bad Boy Halo also ended up responding saying, making false allegations against someone is disgusting. Having gone through that myself, I'm so sorry you have to deal with this, Skeppy. Shame on this person and shame on people who spread false allegations, which only continues to hurt real victims from getting help. I gotta agree with Bad Boy Halo, man. Like, you got people out here in the community who are making up these kinds of false allegations, so what if, like, the real thing happens? You know what I mean? What if somebody really does do something crazy like this, and now people aren't even gonna believe it happened because when they remember the last time something similar happened, it was somebody just trying to get some fucking quick clout making up allegations against somebody. It really is something that you can't lie about something like that, man. It really is that serious to where it's just off limits. You don't lie about this type of shit. This is the type of thing that can get people, you know, falsely arrested, that can get people's lives ruined. I mean, these are some pretty damn hard allegations to get off your name, right? If you're looked at as like a predator or something like that, that sticks with you for life. And you have people who are literally so miserable that they will sit in their dark room at home and actually make up fake allegations about people on the internet. That's what's so sad about this whole thing, because this is somebody who's probably sitting in their parents' basement just bullshitting allegations, right? Doing nothing with their life other than trying to tear other people down, and like, that should be so embarrassing, right? Like, that would actually be such a terrible life to live. And of course, you know, this tweet thread was completely deleted. The person who came out and made these allegations, of course, deleted all of that shit because everyone started calling them out for making false allegations up. I mean, there's no proof or anything, so just an insane situation, man. Like, you literally have to watch out online now, because if the cancel crowd gets a hold of you, bro, they'll apparently go to any lengths to try and get you out of there, bro. And the thing is of course, this is completely different than the other people, right? There's people who are mad because he made some edgy jokes in the past, right? Then there's the people who go to this extent. They're maybe in the same community and whatnot, but as much as I disagree with people getting so upset about this, personally, I won't lump these people together with this, because there's people who are just actually upset and want him to apologize because they felt like he was making offensive jokes or whatever, and I get it, right? Like, people don't like hearing that. We live in a completely different society than we did 5 years ago or whatever, right? And you can't make the same jokes that you made in the past without people getting upset. It sucks for people who like to make edgy content, but that is entirely different than making up false allegations about somebody, man. Like, it blows my mind. So, with all that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, not making up false allegations, and signing out.